So it's crazy that as I'm doing this video about this same exact thing, it happened to somebody. Wild. I mean, it's crazy. Guys, and if you think I'm playing, this truck right here in Bradenton right now, literally the homeless camp we did a video is right over there. As I'm doing this video in that homeless camp, I come to get some water here at the gas station. We're okay, take a little break from my video. And there's a pickup truck right there that's got its windows blown out. They followed him from the bank. And I think this is called jugging. It's where they follow you from the bank. So this is a real thing. In Lakewood Ranch, Florida, where I live. Literally, you go to the bank, take out some cash. They're watching you take out the cash. They follow you, and they're breaking your car and take your stuff while you're, doing whatever. So what's up, everybody? This is Jose. We are currently in the middle of Interstate 75 in Florida. Yeah, there's actually homeless camps inside off the interstate. So let's see if we can find them. We're literally in the middle of Interstate 75. You can see that they actually came in here and they started clearing it up. But you can see all the signs that there was a homeless camp here right in the middle of the interstate. So let's get in here and see what's left of this homeless camp. And as usual, the things that you find inside of these homeless camps are absolutely absurd. I mean, you're talking, I don't know if these are burglary tools. Are you kidding me, bro? These are definitely not new devices. These are old. But you can see how this person was, probably doing car break-ins. I mean, this whole area is littered with stuff like this, which would suggest that the homeless person who was living here was engaging in some type of, smash and grab auto burglary. Here's somebody's tablet, right? Now, not only is there a bottle here, like a medicine bottle, but you can see there's some type of white foam inside of that. And that could be any type of narcotical. I don't know what that is right there, but you can see there's a white powder inside that bottle. And then there's even a jewelry out here. So this is somebody who was doing a lot of smash and grabs. So this homeless camp here in the middle of the interstate, based off the things we're seeing here on the ground, was clearly what we call a smash and grab base camp, where the homeless person who was living here was engaging in smash and grab auto burglaries. And what's crazy is we are literally in the middle of the interstate. You can see there's vehicles circling around us all the way. We're literally inside of a Florida interstate right now. You can see a needle right there. There's a needle there. And then there's another needle, or part of a needle, there. So this site is completely insane. This site is just littered with needles and paraphernalia all around between Bradenton and Tampa. I mean, we are right in the heart of this metropolitan area. This is actually an exit for a very nice suburban area. We are literally on the footsteps of Lakewood Ranch. Yet this place is literally a paraphernalia minefield and clearly a burglary base camp. You can tell that whoever was living in this homeless camp was doing two things: stealing and using. Bicycle parts everywhere. Somebody's fishing license. Amanda had her lobster permit stolen. This is somebody's fishing license. Probably somebody who had their car smashed in and had their crap stolen right out of their car. And, well, here's their fishing license, unfortunately. Here's a spoon. And they're not using this to eat. They're using this spoon in conjunction with their needles so they can heat it up. So this spoon will definitely have some type of residue on it. Prepaid debit cards. Guys, this place is literally a minefield of needles and paraphernalia. You can see here this disgusting and stinky mess. In fact, there's needle caps right there. It's just a disgusting mess of a fire pit. These people were literally burning garbage on the middle of Interstate 75. Toilet paper, aluminum foil, needles, needle caps, alcohol, all that in a fire pit on the middle of Interstate 75. There's something in here which I don't know what it is, but there's like a chemical smell. You can actually see my eyes kind of turning red. And again, the amount of personal items that are out here would suggest one thing and one thing only, which is lots of vehicle burglaries. And this area has a lot of those reports. So as we walk through this minefield of needles, there's actually homeless people that are still living here. Even though they evicted this place, you can see that there's signs here. You can smell human waste as well, but you can see there's some book bags, some tents, and some personal items here like boots and stuff like that. So there's still people living in this area here. Even though for the most part they came in and tried to tear this camp out, there are still people living in here. And everywhere you look are signs of homelessness. Like here you have somebody's bags and shoes that are still good. Some clothing, a woman's purse. Now I haven't seen any women here at this particular camp, so I'm gonna guess that this is probably, again, just signs of smash and grab robberies. You can see somebody's purse here, a woman's purse. So there's still homeless people living here, and I say that because you can see those things, and there's a tent over there. So even though they clear this site, no clippers there, this is still dangerous to be here. It may not look dangerous, but there's human waste everywhere, needles everywhere, and the homeless people, some of them are still living here. So as crazy as it seems, there are still people living here even though they were evicted. It's like a flashlight, Ziploc bags. Now there used to be hundreds of homeless camps in Bradenton, and there are very few left, as the law enforcement has been working to clear these camps by any means possible. But sometimes they come back after they knock them down. And you can see here how even though they came in, cleared it, and knocked it all out, that they're already back. You can see they brought a tarp, they got some palm branches and sticks, and this person is already working on remaking this camp here, even though they just got evicted. So it's a never-ending battle for law enforcement. Something got me on the side of the face pretty good. There's a lot of ants out here. Hot, humid, unbearable. And again, everywhere you look are things that are some way or another related to paraphernalia. I either hit a fire ant hill or poison ivy or something because the side of my face is burning. But here's another makeshift camp that has already been brought back to this site. Let's take a look here. Okay, so I guess this was their garbage pit, and I am getting spider webs all over my face. So as you walk through here, you're hitting spider webs. So it's probably what's biting my face is spiders. But as we walk through here, you can see that this is where they were keeping their garbage pit, you know. So this is the garbage pit right here. You can see that they dug a hole and they were trying to bury their garbage. So this is their garbage pit, and again, homeless garbage pit in the middle of Interstate 75. I mean, what a complete shame, really, to think that in the middle of Interstate 75 stuff like this exists. It's just crazy. There it is right there, guys. These are fire ants. They bite like crazy. Apparently at some point they got on my head, you know. So that's what's been biting me, is fire ants. And just, oh, they got my face pretty bad, man. My neck, my face, I'm pretty much covered in fire ants. Horrible stuff, man. Very, very painful sting. Humidity today is unbearable. I mean, Dude, it's so hot out here. This is, wow. And the fire ant bites don't help. And here we go. This is a camp right here. A tent. You can see that possibly either abandoned or law enforcement at some point came in and knocked it down. But whatever the case, this camp is no more. Every day, hundreds of thousands of people, if not millions, drive on this interstate right past this exit, and you would never imagine that in the middle of this interstate are homeless camps, especially since this is Lakewood Ranch, guys. But you can see how people have just been laying up all through here. And there's a lot of spiders in here. You gotta watch out for these guys. Fire ants and spiders back here sucks. But you can see people have been laying up through here. There's another camp, and there's right there off the bat, there's a needle right there. More jewelry, guys. These people were on a complete freaking car burglary rampage. So you can have an idea how bad this site sucks. All that is toilet paper and human waste. We're literally walking over human waste. All that's human waste. You can see the toilet paper, and you can tell just by the color of the ground how it's kind of white and blue that there's a lot of septic waste here. Now, somebody did leave a huge roll of garbage bags. I doubt it's the person that's staying here. It's probably the people that were working here. They left a big roll of garbage bags there, but that's probably in case they came back, they would at least put it in bags. Something sticky on my arm, look at that. Not sure what the crap that is. I mean, this place is just littered with needles. What's crazy is that this camp got cleared. You can see the garbage bags. They actually, the law or, you know, county or city actually came in here and cleaned this stuff. This is what's left over. Could you imagine what was here when they actually first came in and cleaned this place? The things they would have found in here when they first came in? This is just the leftovers. Well, you can tell by the color of this water that there is some nasty stuff in this water. You can smell it too. People are still living here. They came in, they cleared it, but you can already see that they've came back already since. They dragged some cardboard back in here, and they're back in here again. And as soon as they finish panhandling, they're going to come back in here, and they're going to want to question why I'm in here. It's going to get pretty nasty. Whoever was here, it's just somebody who was using a lot of bad stuff, doing a lot of car break-ins. And again, we're looking at what's left here. I mean, they came in here and cleaned it. This was just the leftovers here. I'm going to tell you, I've lived in a lot of places, and I've been to a lot of places, and the amount of addiction that there is here in this Bradenton area it's just crazy. Of course, you know, they are going to burn everything they can when they do a smash and grab, you know, driver's licenses, anything like that. They're not just going to scatter it. They're going to put it in that little fire pit and burn it. And here's a much older camp. This is years old. You can tell because the trees have already covered it. So next time you get off Interstate 75 in Ocala or Bradenton or Tampa, and you see people panhandling right here by the interstate, perhaps you're enabling somebody to be a user. And guys, here well hidden is a stash of copper wire. You know, where they sat here and they stripped the wire to get the copper out of the wire so they can sell for scrap metal. So, you know, you'll find little stashes every once in a while. So I looked up the lady on Facebook, and I messaged her, and she said she actually did not get a car break-in. She actually threw it in the garbage, so maybe there's a lot of dumpster diving going on too. But nonetheless, there's still lots of needles, and definitely a lot of that stuff came from break-ins, or maybe from dumpster diving. Who the crap knows? Either way, the needles only mean one single thing. Very sad. Least expected place too.